There are millions, upwards of about 3 million or so right now without power. That's residents and businesses. And those recovery efforts are fiercely underway. Joining us now, Bryan Stern, chairman and founder of Gray Bull Rescue Foundation. You show up in the midst of these disasters and help people in need. Bryan, tell me about the rescues that you all have been able to carry out so far.
Yeah, so far, Hurricane Milton's been pretty nice to everybody. Part of that is because a lot of people took the advice of the authorities and Governor DeSantis and our local authorities, where they evacuated when they were told to do so, which is a good thing. A lot of people didn't do that 2 weeks ago during Hurricane Helene, which made big problems. So we have a lot of operations going on in St. Petersburg. Zephyr Hills is looking kind of rough, and some other places. But generally speaking, Mother Nature was pretty nice this time.
Yeah, which is a godsend, given the fact this was a 1-2 punch after Helene's damage and all that was left behind there. As you survey things, how about the barrier islands? I know you get a lot of calls and need for help on social media. Have you heard how people are doing if they stayed behind on some of the barrier islands?
From what we see with the barrier islands, a lot of comms are still down right now. So we're not sure. We're working our way. We're making our way down that side here in a few hours. I have some people down there already, but we don't have communication with them right now. So it's kind of too hard to tell.
What's the worst of the damage, Bryan, that you and your teams have come across?
But by far, the amount of down power lines is the real big problem. That's the real big problem. It seems to be much more of a wind event than a weather event, and also all the debris that was left over from Hurricane Helene was caused a lot of issues as well. But flooding, the flooding came, the flooding went. St. Petersburg seems to have gotten hit pretty good. Siesta Key seems to be okay, not great, but okay. But it's still kind of coming together a little bit.
You've got the danger in the midst of the storm when it's at its peak, and then you've got the danger afterward. What is the biggest mistake that you see people make as their patience starts to run thin as they wait for help?
The biggest thing is just that. It's very dangerous outside. If you're in an area that was affected and you still have standing water, there are things in the water that you can't see. People step on those things, break their ankles and trip and fall. And the down power lines. Some of those lines are hot and people get zapped. And also the weather's not too bad. It's not too hot, which is nice having an October hurricane. But dehydration is very, 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 very real out here as well.
You need amphibious vehicles. You need things that normal people don't have. What are some of the logistics for you and your rescue teams as you go in to find people in need?
Yeah, so that's what makes Gray Bull so special. Is we have specialized equipment. We have amphibious vehicles. We have these swamp buggies that float, that don't care about the depth of the water. They don't need to even hit the bottom. We have off-road vehicles. We've got boats. We have all kinds of resources designed expressly for getting to places that are hard to get to. In the last 12 days, we did Hurricane Helene, the opening days of the opening hours of that. We responded to a fire and rescued 10 people. Since then, we've been in Asheville, North Carolina, doing things up there with helicopters and airplanes and trucks. And then also at the same time, we were moving Americans that were stuck in Beirut, Lebanon, in the Israeli-Hezbollah war. And now here we are in Milton. Wow. That's the last 13, 14 days for Gray Bull Rescue. So I'd ask everyone, we're entirely donor funded. GrayBullRescue.org is our website. These off-road vehicles, the specialized equipment, it all costs money. The maintenance on it costs money. Gas costs money. Helicopters cost money.
You guys are always the first to show up. We'll make sure we get that message out to our audience. Bryan Stern with Gray Bull Rescue, thank you so much. Be safe to you and your teams out there.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for watching. Go to NewsNationNow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.